Hi there. I'm back doing these daily reflections. Yeah, had a 4-day weekend. Think got a lot of work done there. I definitely did. Uh, got a lot done on my unit planning. I actually started it today. I'll talk about that later. And did some work on the vlog assignment that I was going to do today and do this week. Feels weird that I kind of made this blog assignment my baby. And Mesopotamian unit is also my baby. So it's like I got twins this week. Funny. Anyway, now we're just going to talk about the first boring part, which was ELA with Rachel. Not that's boring or anything, it's just that I wasn't teaching or anything. So, what happened today in ELA was kind of just standard book club groups. They were talking about the signposts that they noticed, like again and again, or words of the wise, aha moments. So that's what they did in their groups. And also did some reading. Kind of wish they turned their cameras on once in a while, because I feel like they're just getting to the point where it's all just me and Rachel just staring at each other. But I digress. Anyway, Carrie's ELA is where all the fun stuff really begins. So I was leading the blog assignment. I was going to introduce it because I kind of created it. And it was a little hectic, not going to lie, because I was not really aware that they were going to the library in 40 minutes. So I kind of had to zoom things up as we went along. But I thought my attendance question was really good. It was, what would they say is most prized possession? Some had to think about it, because who wouldn't? And some were saying things like their friends and everyone to meet, everyone, their favorite sports. You know me, I like listening to answers like that. I like the personal connections. I told them about my W I made with every student's name on it for my first ever teaching experience. And that's how it kind of like relates to symbolism. So yeah, I also played a game of Kahoot of figurative language with them. I feel like that went over well. One thing I think that I should definitely work on is controlling the classroom, because there was one student who was consistently making comments or asking questions when I wasn't working, but I was still talking, and I do like stuff like that. I just like want to, keep it under control, if you will, if that makes sense. So things got kind of out of hand at some parts, but I have a week to have them work on their blog assignments, and I met with Carrie after class, and feel like that we talked a good bit about so I'm gonna have them read a poem tomorrow, and it's about Dear Basketball, about Kobe Bryant. And the thing about that poem is it's all one big figurative language, because it's all personification. So I feel like it'll be good if they looked at it, read it, and then explained why they know it's personification with 3 reasons. Have them share it out, and kind of have them just do that. Then I remind students that my directions are on the blog page, and me and Carrie were also planning on having me go into breakout rooms with students on Wednesday and Thursday, and talking about the ways to support them in those breakout rooms, like going through the FCAs, make sure they're following the rules, and then I'm grading them. So I remember the first grading assignment, so I'm definitely going to enjoy doing this. But anyway, I'm completely leaving out social studies. So I started my Mesopotamian unit, and I felt like I started off okay. Played CNN 10 first, and then introduced the unit by talking about how I'm going to be running things a little differently. One thing I definitely want to work on is the screen sharing, especially the vocabulary thing I want to do. And I definitely want to focus more on student participation, because they are a pretty quiet bunch. Yeah, I made the joke to Rachel that if I gave them the option of answering a question or cutting off their own toe, they'd say, which toe? That's the world we live in, and get what you get and don't get upset. So me and Rachel kind of came up with a plan where if she feels that students give good answers, she'll text me and through GoGuardian, and then I can call on them. And I also want to make better use of the chat feature, and because sometimes I feel like that students aren't always willing to share their ideas out loud, so I feel like that chat feature is nice to have them put their ideas in there, and it worked pretty well today if I say so myself. So I'll definitely continue to use that. I also kind of want to work on pacing, because 5-minute free writes turns out a pretty long time than I originally thought. So maybe slightly those down to 2 minutes maybe. And I was a little surprised that the students really didn't understand word association, because I thought we did that on Wednesday and understood what it was about, but I feel like that if I go through an example of them tomorrow, then it could work out pretty well for them. So basically, I just want to share my screen and work with an example with them. That's one thing I can definitely do. But yeah, we're working on a lot of vocab tomorrow. I think it's going to be fun. Yeah, we're going to do word association. They'll fill in the blanks for definitions and come up with their own words and pictures. I think it's going to work out. So, see you tomorrow and I'll let you know how it goes.